here the question is to print out the type of each output from question number 1. And that, of course, would assume that you've done question number 1. And so let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to print out an integer, and that's, of course, requiring us to turn the integer into a string, and then we can concatenate with a string is the number. Of course, this is not going to make sense. I'm just going to put it together, and I'm going to concatenate the floating point number 6.78 by converting it into a string. So we're concatenating the string 5 with this string with the string 6.78, and we get this one string that's printed out. Now we want to go ahead and print out the type of each of these outputs, right? So what can we do? Well, we can separate them up first. Let's go ahead and do that and that. That's not turning it into a string because it is not a string, it's an integer. Let's remove the string there because this is not a string, it is a floating point number. And if we want to print out the type, well, we need to use the print command, and then we use the type function. And so what does the type function do? It takes in an argument, which could be any data type. Like in this case, it's a number. In this case here, we're going to be giving it a string, and in this case here, we're going to be giving it a floating point number, and it returns what type it is. In this case, it's going to return int. In this case, it's going to return a string, and in the last case, it's going to give you back a floating point. So I go ahead and put that around there, that around there, and let's go ahead and run it. Right? So you can see for the first print, it prints out integer. For the second print, it prints out string. And for the third print, it prints out float. And yeah, it's just to clarify that there are different data types in Python, and they each have their own characteristics.